Hello, hello. So today we're coming in to make a few things clear and why your desires are already yours and clarifying when they refer to these yours. So the first thing that I want to make clear and the most important thing is when they refer to your desire is already yours, they're never pointing to this human mask, to this 3D human, to this conscious manifester, because your true form, the you that they're referring here is awareness, is God, is the absolute, is your true form as God, source, spirit, the operant power, the quantum field, the creator, whatever that you want to call it, whatever resonates with you, but that's your true form, that space of awareness. And think about this logically. Unless you have been aware of something, it hasn't been in existence. It hasn't come to existence. It hasn't come to the mind or to the sight. That has happened from the moment you were born. And this awareness is all there is. This God is all there is. It is all that it has ever been. And awareness has been creating, manifesting, and this is not something fancy that you do from your human mask or your human character, your human costume, but awareness has been creating and breathing life from the very moment that you were born, if you think about this logically, right? To life, unless you're aware of something it's not even out of mind, out of sight, it is in your awareness at your mercy. That's essentially what the truth has always been. So again, this was never something that your human had to perfect and had to do really, really well and get healed and get a regulated nervous system and perfect their thoughts and get a perfect identity and the perfect self-concept, because it was never the self-concept that manifested. It has always been the self. It has always been I am that has created, manifested. And we call it manifesting as if it was something fancy. It is not. It is existence. It is life. It has happened from the moment you were born. All right? So getting that straight from the get-go, it really sets up the foundation to lift up all of this responsibility and this weight from your human, and I'm going to distinguish at times between 3D, human, because a lot of you resonate, but if everything is awareness, then there's no distinction between 3D, 4D, 5D, because there's only one singular thing, and that is awareness, which is the whole, the absolute, the everything, the oneness. But sometimes to make things a little bit clearer for you, and if you have questions, just write them down in the comments. I'll probably refer to the human mask as the 3D human, just because some of you resonate more with that concept. But remember, there is no separation, and separation is an illusion. So remembering that separation is an illusion, what is the opposite of that? Unity is the reality. Union, oneness is reality. If separation is an illusion, the truth is reality, is unity, is oneness. So it is just the human masks that creates the illusion that there is separation. And we've heard heaps of time, and now I'm coming back to the 3D concept, is that the 3D is an illusion, that the 3D is completely moldable, that circumstances don't matter, 3D circumstances don't matter because we can manifest precisely because the 3D is an illusion. The thing that people don't ever really come to point down to is, if everything in the 3D is an illusion, wouldn't that very much include your 3D human with their very much 3D nervous system, they're very much 3D mind, they're very much 3D thoughts, they're very much 3D emotions, because the 3D includes the tangible and the intangible. Those thoughts, those emotions, those frequencies, those energies, those are very much 3D concepts that you as awareness have been imagining and that they have been appearing within your awareness. So remembering again that your true form is wholeness, is the absolute, is everything. It is God. It is in that wholeness where the whole of the reality is appearing in, as well as any other possible reality is also appearing in itself. So your natural question then is, what does that mean to your human, right? It means a few things. One, that this human is not your true form, your awareness, and there is not a human here and awareness there. Your human and awareness are one. Your awareness is taking the form and identifying and appearing as a human temporarily within awareness, because there's only awareness. If you look at the image, you see awareness is represented by this light, and it takes shapes and forms, but everything is one singular thing, this oneness. Which means that if there's one singular thing, nothing could ever oppose you in your true form as God, as awareness. Think about this. For fear to appear, for your dreams to not be able to come to fruition, there has to be something other, something outside of you, something else, someone that could say no, could reject you, could hurt you, could harm you, society, world events. When your true form is this singular one God, this singular oneness of all, nothing could ever go against you. There is no other God that could oppose you. There is no divine timing that could oppose you, that could delay you, because you are this one singular oneness of everything, which includes everything and anything that could come to existence or could manifest or not manifest. Again, because there's no 3D, 4D, and 5D. It is all awareness appearing within awareness at the movement and pace in which awareness moves, right? And that's what has always been there. Awareness, the whole. And this awareness is the authority, and the moment it stops identifying with this human mask and awareness becomes aware of the human mask, and it's when this appears clearly and it is seen. The human mask, the character, the costume, the ego is not right or wrong, is not bad or good. Please. This is very, very, very important for us to understand. It is included within awareness. It is part of it. It is encompassed within awareness. It's just an appearance. It's just a form. It's just a costume of awareness appearing within awareness. So coming back to this image that includes all of the different forms of awareness, all of them are neutral. They're no bad or good. They're just forms. They're shapes. They're appearances. They're within this field of awareness. And that could very much include also forms of thoughts, forms of emotions, forms of energies, whatever it is. But they're just forms appearing within awareness. What does this mean to your desires? Well, the real truth is that it is from awareness, which is the whole, which is everything. Nothing is ever missing and nothing is ever desired, because everything is already available. That includes every single possible reality, every single possible form, every single possible appearance exists within awareness, right? Look again at the image, like every single form is contained within this awareness, within this source that creates everything and anything. So from that perspective, nothing is ever missing. So the whole idea of desires would imply that there is something that needs to be achieved or that there is something that needs to be gotten. But when you have everything because you are everything, the whole idea of desires becomes a little bit redundant. But I'm not going to beat around the bush. I want to kind of like point you to the truth again and again. So your desires are already yours. And by yours, we're pointing to your true self, to awareness, to God. Your true form that isn't identifying with the human mask, from the character, from there. So if there's ever an instance where the character says, this is missing, that's seen from the form of awareness. That's not the truth, because the truth is that that's not your true form. You just see it from your true form as awareness. You become aware that it is this appearance within awareness, having a thought that this is a desire that I'm missing and I cannot see it. But coming back to awareness, de-identifying, unhooking from this human mask and remembering like, oh, it's already mine because I am the whole of reality. That's where your desires appear. And this human experience, so to say, also becomes completely effortless by remembering you are the one imagining and creating the whole of it by driving in your awareness. And in this field of awareness, nothing is impossible because you're the only power and nothing could ever oppose you. So this doesn't mean that your desires are inside your 3D human mind, your 3D thoughts, or your 3D imagination, nor you have, or your 3D feelings as a human. This means that your desires in your true form, and by you is awareness, is God, is source, are already yours because they're inside of you. Because you shift from I am a human experiencing reality to I am the whole of reality and any possible reality and the absolute, experiencing this human experience as a human mask, which is all yours again. So you aren't a human being, you're a multidimensional being, aka God, awareness. Hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have questions. But again, pointing back to the truth of why your desires are already yours, and it is, or why you might have heard this sentence and brought a lot of confusion. Because initially, when the first time people hear this, your desires are already yours, they immediately go back to, oh, they are referring to this human, and this human needs to be so fulfilled within themselves and have a perfect self-concept and identity. So that's why my desire is already mine, from this place of imagination, because in my human mind, I can imagine this and it then will feel real, and then that's hence because I have this feeling it is mine. No, this, it is actually pointing to is a lot more logical. It is a lot more, it is the truth. It's not even something that you need to conceptually understand, because the truth doesn't need to be understood. The truth is just this. It is the truth that you are the whole absolute awareness God, and everything is appearing within you as forms and as appearances of you. Absolutely everything. And there's only one power, and there's one thinker and one decider, one creator, which is you in your true form of awareness. Alrighty? So hope this made sense. Please like and subscribe this video if you did. Love you so much.